Alperen Sengun is the future of the Houston Rockets and just maybe the NBA. At 20 years old, the young center is already drawing comparisons to Nikola Jokic and looks like a potential superstar with the way he impacts the game on both ends of the court while filling up a stat sheet. Sengun may have not been on most fans' radar coming into the season, but his incredible success is no fluke. Here's everything you need to know about the steal of the 2021 draft and why the best is yet to come. Alperen Sengun was born and raised in Turkey and began playing basketball at just 8 years old. At 16, he began his professional career in the Turkish Pro League, the BSL, playing for the likes of Bandırma Kırmızı, Teksit Bandırma, and eventually Besiktas. Besiktas is considered one of the best teams in the BSL, and Sengun, despite only being 18 years old at the time, absolutely dominated. In his first year at Besiktas and last in the BSL, he averaged 19.2 points, 9.4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 1.7 blocks per game and took home the BSL MVP award. After his MVP winning season, there was nothing left to accomplish in the BSL, so he entered the 2021 NBA draft. Even though the 2021 class was loaded with high-end talent with guys like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, and Scotty Barnes, just to name a few, Sengun was still considered a top prospect. Most draft experts had Sengun inside their top 10, but some draft analysts were even higher on him. John Hollinger of The Athletic had him 4th on his board, while ESPN's Kevin Pelton boldly had him as the number 1 prospect. The reason people were so bullish on Sengun came down to 2 things: his proven experience in Europe and his advanced stats. Hollinger wisely pointed out that when a guy destroys a good European league as a teenager, they don't miss in the NBA. The most recent and obvious example of this phenomenon has been Luka Doncic, but even guys like Danilo Gallinari and Jusuf Nurkic have gone on to great NBA careers after successful teenage years abroad. From an analytics standpoint, Sengun was just as impressive, if not more so. Sengun averaged 1.01 points per post-up possession, which is in the 81st percentile, while his 1.58 points per shot around the rim in half-court offense is in the 97th percentile. His per 36 also popped off the page as he averaged 24.4 points, 11.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 2.1 blocks per game. But it's important to remember that not only was he just 18 when he posted those numbers, but he also did it in the top European league while constantly facing double teams. Even though Sengun checked every box imaginable and was universally projected to be a top pick, something strange happened on draft night. Sengun ended up falling out of the lottery until the 16th overall pick, where Houston pounced on him. OKC had the 16th pick, but Houston stepped up with an offer of 2 future firsts for the draft rights to Sengun and got their guy. Thunder GM Sam Presti has a rather glowing resume when it comes to drafts and trades, but this one he'd like back. Sengun entered the league at 19 years old, the 6th youngest player in his class behind Josh Primo, Josh Giddey, Kuminga, Jane Springer, and JT Thor. Despite being so young, he still logged 72 games but started only 13. Sengun averaged 9.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.9 blocks, and 0.8 steals while shooting 47.4% from the field, 24.8% from 3, and 71.1% from the charity stripe. Even though Sengun showed some flashes during his rookie season, most notably scoring a then career high of 27 points and 7 rebounds in one game, he spent the majority of the season backing up Christian Wood. After his rookie season, the Rockets had to have been pleased with their big bet on Sengun, but even they were surprised by this massive sophomore leap. Sengun became a starter early into the season, not because the coaches saw some major improvement, but because Bruno Fernando got injured. But regardless of how he got the opportunity, once Sengun got it, he ran with it. In 40 games this year, he's averaging 14.9 points, 8.7 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1 block, and 0.8 steals per game. He also increased his field goal shooting to 56.4%, his 3-point shooting to 28.6%, and even his free throw shooting is up to 76.8%. The Rockets may be dead last in the West, which, let's be honest, is probably by design, but Sengun has still managed to shine despite them trying to tank. Some of Sengun's biggest moments this year include a 21-point, 19-rebound, 7-assist performance against the OKC Thunder, a 23-point, 12-rebound game against the Grizzlies, a 26-point, 13-rebound performance against the Clippers, and a 25-point, 11-rebound, 6-assist, and 2-block night against the Bulls. But while all of those games were impressive, Sengun has been even hotter as of late. Earlier this month, Sengun recorded his first triple-double against the Kings, officially passing Karl Anthony Towns as the youngest center in NBA history to do so. Sengun was just 20 years and 170 days old at the time, but it turns out that wouldn't be his best game of the month. On MLK Day, Sengun had his best performance against LeBron and the Lakers, and boy, was it a sight to behold. Sengun dropped 33 points on an absurd 14 of 17 shooting, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 blocks. He's the first Houston Rocket to register that stat line since Hakeem Olajuwon. So yeah, the Rockets got a good one. Alperen Sengun's breakout may have shocked the NBA this year, but it shouldn't have. Even though he's only 20 years old, Sengun has 4 seasons of pro hoops under his belt and a proven track record of impacting the game on both ends of the court. Playing for a rebuilding Rockets team may have caused him to fly under the radar, but after going toe-to-toe with LeBron James, the word is officially out: Sengun has arrived, and he's just getting started. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, turn on notifications, and of course, subscribe for more videos if you're new.